Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela Peters. I'm trying to figure out what I'm even going to talk about today, and I think I'm just going to talk more about how hard this home buying process is, because I think that might be kind of interesting. And yeah, I'm here drinking iced coffee because we're going to try to save some money today. I left the house for 12 hours yesterday, and that really helped. I went to community college. I'm on EDU Rome now because, in case you didn't know, EDU Rome Wi-Fi you can access literally like everywhere in the world. Maybe the Western world. I don't know if it'd work in England and Australia or Russia. Probably not. But whatever. So I was trying to do that. And like I literally feel like my brain started short-circuiting yesterday. Like it felt like if you could see sparks coming from it, that's how it would be. And right now, for those of you who don't know, which I don't know why everybody who watches this would know, because it's really not relevant to you, EWR, Newark, like the International Airport in New Jersey, has been having a lot of issues with the FAA, like, quitting. And it's been affecting a lot of United flights, which is the preferred carrier for my company. And so I have a flight out on United on Monday at 7:30 a.m., and I have a feeling that's not a good idea. So right now I'm kind of between what airport do I go to instead that's less inconvenient, because I could drive to Philly. Now the issue is I was going to stay a little bit longer to see my aunt. I conveniently had work trips in like the couple of cities that my other relatives who I barely see live in. Like, I legitimately haven't seen these relatives in like 2 years, because we were in Malta together, like as a whole family 2 years ago for my grandparents' 60th anniversary. I don't know if we're gonna get to 65 because my grandfather is not doing well. Ugh, it's really bad. I mean, no, he's getting treatment. It's actually could be worse, but like it's still just like hard thinking about the fact that like he's not getting any younger, and he's approaching an age where it is not going to be realistic that he's going to live another 10 years. I guess some men live to 95, or he's 96, but so that'd be 96. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I was going to go see my aunt, so parking my car, I would then have to pay for the parking my car, and I'm very cheap, so I'm not really a fan of that. Now I'm thinking about whether I should just take the dreaded New York City subway to either JFK or LaGuardia to fly out of there, and then just risk it flying home and hope I can land in Newark. I don't know. This is really a big problem. So my brain was starting to short circuit with that, having some issues with like the doctors and whether I should go to a different doctor and stuff, and that's a whole thing. And oy vey, I don't even know, man. It's a big problem. But the biggest problem is my living situation, because I got all these boxes going crazy, and I just really feel like I'm at a point where like packing stuff, like it's just, I was really gonna like piecemeal all my crap over there and just stick it in laundry baskets and just like, go over a little bit at a time so I can organize as I'm going. It's gonna make me feel less like my brain's exploding. But anyway, the biggest issue is that the mortgage company didn't get everything they needed from the HOA guy, so they sent him back another inquiry, and I don't think it's going to get done. Now, I could try to show up there again. I don't really know if I want to do that, because like, look, I'm really good at controlling my temper, but I don't know if that's going to work if I go there, because I feel like, I might start screaming at this guy, which is not okay. And, I was raised in a family where people screamed a lot, so that is still deep within me. And I try really hard to keep that under wraps by not putting myself in situations where I know I'm going to get triggered, and this is not one of them. So I don't know that I have like the emotional bandwidth to go take care of that right now. But it's just so difficult, and I'm like, everybody wants to get paid. The realtors want to get paid. The mortgage company wants to get paid. I'm sure the person selling the house wants to get paid. The only person who doesn't get paid from this is this guy, so that would make sense. My stepmom is telling me I should go bribe him with donuts because he's not the skinniest man you've ever seen. I'm just so angry at him that I don't even want to spend my money on him because he sucks. Like, this is everything that's going on. So it's really amazing to me how hard it is, how long it's taking to go through. I went to my brother's house yesterday because he moved out, And yeah, it was really nice. I was like, I want to live here, but it's too big for me by myself. I was like, yeah, no, I don't need all this space. His square footage is about twice the amount of what I'm going to have. Yeah, too much. It's also like in South Jersey. Although I realized I'd rather live in South Jersey than North Jersey, because South Jersey, even though nobody likes it because people just, for some reason, everywhere hate the South. I don't know why. Good question. Why do people hate South Jersey? It's just like nothing's there. But you know, I was kind of vibing with that because I was like, sort of like Finland. Like, he's got so many trees around his house, and I was like, amazing. This is so cool. But yeah, so this is really a problem. I don't know how long it's going to take all this to go through. I was already really upset that coming back this week, I couldn't start moving. And also restaurant season is picking up. That really extra makes me... Whoa. Yeah, people are like, how do you work so much? I'm like, it's genetics. I don't know what to tell you. Genetics and modeled behavior growing up. Working a lot is good. Yeah, but... I also, like, this is so sad, but I'm, like, avoiding going out with anybody, like, because the only thing that Americans seem to do to socialize is go out to eat, and I'm like, I'm not dropping $50 right now, 50 to $100, because I don't have it. Like, that's for my mortgage, sorry, and I can't invite people here because it's a dumpster fire, and my parents aren't really cool with that, so that would be nice, but no. Yeah, so it's really hard. I don't know what else to say. I didn't expect it to be so hard. This is like one of the lowest selling pieces of property in this area, so I feel super bad, like, harassing my realtor, because, you know, she's already done a lot of work for this, and the only guy I can harass is the HOA guy, and I felt like I was going to start fighting him on Monday already. Like, I really pissed him off, so I don't know really what to do at this point, and I'm just sort of like, do I just leave it up to the universe, because that's going to make me feel more zen? So I explained this somewhere else on this channel. I think that, like, human brains are very designed to, like, when they overcome something difficult, it makes them feel good, and that's cool, but in what instances, again, does that become maladaptive? Like, unhealthy relationships is a really good example. Like, I'm going to make this person want to stay with me. Bad. No, don't do that one. But, like, with this thing getting accepted, like, oh, I have to try really hard to overcome it, so therefore it's good. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like things like this are just supposed to work out, and if they're not working out, it's sort of like a sign that there's a problem, which... maybe that's what's going on. I'm very scared, honestly. I don't know what to do. I really, like, feel like my hands are tied. I feel like I just want to stop caring. My family does not want me here. And I keep saying nobody can want this more than me, to just not be out. I'll tell you a secret. I've wanted to move out and live on my own since I was 15 years old. And I could not figure out a way to do it without being really poor, so I never did it. And then I just started running away by being in other countries for extended periods of time, which, you know, honestly works half the time. Now it's time for this to work 100% of the time, because I don't have to see anybody if I don't want to. That's the nice thing about your own house. Which, low-key, I might kind of do. And I don't even feel bad about it. I don't know. So... it would be better if I could buy a house, because then you don't have to go through this co-op thing and get approval and get all of them to be annoying and actually doing their job. Apparently these people don't make that much money, but they're also not poverty line, so I'm a little bit confused. Although I guess poverty line is kind of relative. So I don't know. I literally don't know. There's no other thing to say besides I just don't know. And I have, like, you know, I realize my brain's been rotting for, like, a couple days because I've been spazzing out and not focusing on things, so I need to go do something very cerebral so I can stop feeling like my brain's unhappy. So that's really all I have for today. And what's the lesson here? If you can avoid a co-op, do it. Yeah, like, somebody commented, like, in Russian, like, oh, it's so sad you have to, like, live by yourself and you can't split costs. Yeah, but, you know, I'm just in this mode where, like I said, I need to work on not hating everybody right now, because I'm really, because I'm under a lot of stress. I mean, I'm totally trying to act chill about it, but it's the truth. And when you're under a lot of stress, you really have a harder time being nice to people, in case nobody knew that. And I don't want to try to be nice to somebody I live with. I have a roommate in Finland, and you know, sometimes, mostly because I'm like an OCD neat freak and nobody likes that. I didn't like it either. My mom's even worse than me. So I don't know. It's fine. My goal has now become live in the smallest piece of property humanly available to myself that I can own, and then just never have lifestyle creep so I can spend the rest of my life traveling. That's my goal. I don't need a big house. I don't even like being home. I just like it to be clean when I am home. That's it. That's literally it. And if you don't have a big house, you can't keep acquiring more crap, which I have enough of. As you can see, these boxes behind me. I have a whole library in my room. All right, whatever. That's all I have. This is like just me trying to be like, it sucks. I don't know what to say. I get why people rent. Flexibility. Buying is for when you don't want flexibility, and I've lived in a lot of places, and I want flexibility to go back and forth between the U.S. and Finland. I don't need flexibility with where I live in the U.S. I already tried on a bunch of different shoes in terms of cities, and New Jersey is still better. All right, that's it. I don't know what to say here. Just like, I hate this guy from the HOA so much. Have I ever hated another person this much? Probably, but I can't remember anymore. All right, until next time, bye.